Boise State football revamped. Sire Gaines and Maddux Madsen lead the charge in 2025. Imagine this: a college football team losing two of its biggest offensive stars to the NFL, yet still being tipped as one of the most formidable offenses in the nation. How is that even possible? Boise State might just have the answer. Despite the departure of standout tailback Ashton Jeanty and top receiver Cam Camper, the Broncos are gearing up for an explosive 2025 season, with a revamped offense under new coordinator Nate Potter. This is where things get intriguing. How will they replace such key players and maintain their dominance? Boise State has consistently been among the elite in several offensive categories, finishing last season ranked 5th in scoring offense, 37.3 points per game, 8th in total offense, 466 yards per game, and 8th in rushing offense, 240.4 yards per game. But here's where it gets controversial. Can they keep this level of excellence without their star playmakers? The responsibility now shifts to redshirt freshman running back Sire Gaines, who appears ready to step into the spotlight. Gaines, who battled injuries over the past 10 months, showed glimpses of brilliance during his true freshman campaign. In last year's season opener against Georgia Southern, he rushed for 110 yards and scored a touchdown, ending the season with 156 yards on just 20 carries. Head coach Spencer Danielson expressed confidence in Gaines during a recent press conference, saying, "Excited for him, he's bringing a talent, canter steady. He's all in." What makes Gaines stand out isn't just his physical talent, it's his mindset. According to Danielson, Gaines embodies everything Boise State football represents. You talk about a young man that is all about Boise State football and being a part of this family. You talk to Sire Gaines and he will stare you down because he's intense. Everything he does, he's all in. With Fresno State transfer Malik Sherrod and returning backs Breezy Dubar and Dylan Riley also in the midst, the Broncos' ground game looks promising. But can Gaines truly fill Jeanty's shoes? The quarterback position, however, seems more settled. Maddux Madsen returns after a stellar 2024 season where he threw for 3,018 yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions. Not only was he voted the 2025 Preseason Mountain West Conference Player of the Year, but head coach Danielson believes Madsen could rank among the best quarterbacks in the country this year. "We're excited for Maddux to really take the reins in this fall camp," Danielson added. "I believe Maddux can be one of the better quarterbacks in the country this year." Madsen will have some familiar faces around him to ease the transition. Tight ends Matt Lauder and Matt Wagner, both considered among the top talents in the Group of 5 conferences, are back in action. And let's not forget the offensive line, which boasts 4 returning starters: left tackle Cage Casey, center Mason Randolph, right guard Roger Carrion, and right tackle Hall Schmidt. That said, there's room for competition. Dalen Matoye had what Danielson called a great summer and may challenge Schmidt for the starting right tackle spot. However, Schmidt and Tyler Caniff, expected to start at left guard, will begin fall camp limited due to offseason surgeries. This raises an interesting question. Will these setbacks affect the cohesion of the offensive line early in the season? Wide receiver remains the biggest wild card heading into the season. Latrell Caples, a returning starter, leads a relatively inexperienced group. The Broncos are banking on Chris Marshall, a former 5-star high school recruit, to step up as a deep threat weapon. Marshall dealt with injuries last year, but Danielson noted significant progress in his development. "Chris Marshall has had a really good summer," Danielson remarked. Right now, the biggest thing at Chris is always going to be his consistency. Extremely talented, love being around him, but seeing him train this offseason, his body is different now. He's strong, he's explosive. And this is the part most people miss. While raw talent matters, it's the mental toughness and growth over time that often determines success. Marshall's journey from injury struggles to potential breakout star is one fans should watch closely. So here's the million-dollar question. Will Boise State's rebuilt offense live up to the high standards set by previous seasons? Can Sire Gaines and Maddux Madsen lead the charge and silence doubters? Or will the loss of Jeanty and Camper prove too much to overcome? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Broncos will rise to the occasion or falter under pressure? Sire Gaines, the next star for Boise State football? Picture this: The Broncos' backfield just got a major shakeup that could redefine their entire season. Let's break down why this unfolding drama matters. Sire Gaines isn't just recovery mode. He's in leadership mode. Remember that jaw-dropping 100-yard debut against Georgia Southern last season? Now, after a rehab process mirroring Ashton Jeanty's work ethic, who set that rushing record in the same game, Gaines is throwing his hat into the ring for the starting RB role. But hold on, Malik Sherrod showed fireworks in the spring game, and Breezy Dubar remains a dark horse. The gloves are off this fall camp. Question: do you think Gaines can reclaim his starter-in-waiting status, or will the competition overshoot him? Sound off below. Here's the twist nobody saw coming. Maddux Madsen enters fall camp as the preseason Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year. Yet rankings debates are raging. The Athletic pegs him at number 23 in the FBS, grading him as a Tier 3 QB. Love him or hate him, Madsen's get-the-ball-out-quickly style is exactly why Boise State's offense might thrive without Jeanty's blockbuster production. A group of 5 GM concedes. Without Jeanty, priorities change, but Madsen's experience buys them time. Do you buy the hype, or is this Brunson-era déjà vu? Wait, Ben Ford over here just screamed, "Sleep on me at your peril." The former Eagles-like QB turned redshirt senior has 4 career catches, all last season. But summer workouts burned bright. Question: is the 6'5" Camonte Williams the hidden gem to watch, or will Ford's familiarity with the system pay dividends? Mason Randolph, the center who didn't let a season-denting injury silence him. Let's recap. Left the Georgia Southern opener, helping Jeanty etch his record, returned 3 months later versus Oregon State, and was the Broncos' top-graded run blocker by season's end. Remember when I said flashy stats matter less than the climbs they represent? Randolph's comeback story is that blueprint. Now, the CFP odds conversation we all love to hate. Plus 190 for Boise State. That's almost double Tulane's plus 850. But bookmakers see them as group of 5 favorites, not just contenders. Subtext: are they undervaluing Tulane's G. Retzlaff edition? Let's debate. Would a Retzlaff-led Tulane squad close this gap? Flash forward to the Pac-12 exodus drama. San Jose State's stadium optics, or lack thereof, are exhibit day for why schools like Boise State hold more weight. John Wilner called out the Spartans' media market missteps. That 100-through-yard lawn on TV? Unforgivable. Ever think about what being in the 10th largest media market provably does for recruiting? Out in Big Sky Country, Idaho's new QB, Joshua Wood, Fresno State transfer, face scrutiny. Media polls have them 4th, 5th, 6th, but word on the street, they'll still battle for conference relevancy. Meanwhile, Idaho State's Cody Hawkins, remember his 5-7 turnaround last season? Will this finally be their 500 season? Tyson Degenhardt's summer league stint, 6 minutes, 2 points. Oof. But that Exhibit 10 contract with the Raptors, let's keep hope alive. Pro tip: summer league numbers can't be a final verdict. AJ White retiring from the Idaho Steelheads, end of an era. Let me put this into perspective. 487 games, franchise record. 359 points and MVP titles 4 times. Leadership isn't just about stats. It's White's code the team will miss most. Random fun fact: Rich Hill just became baseball's oldest active player, 45, after a KC call-up. Started in the Cubs during a Rockies series. Meanwhile, the Boise Hawks hit a slump, dropped 4 of 6 versus Colorado Springs. Any theories why? But here's the bombshell. UFL to Boise? Insiders whisper about a 2027 Albertson Stadium move. Summer pro football incoming? Imagine Boise State's shared revenue streams. Early take: this is a huge opportunity if the UFL gets its act together. Flashback to July 23rd, 2020. COVID's strange baseball season. No fans, 60-game spread, expanded playoffs. The designated hitter's NL debut. Remember how weird it felt? Tom Scott here, host of Scott's Land, KTVB anchor, Boise State football voice for 14 seasons. Your take? Boise State Broncos 2024. Why they're Sports Illustrated's number 21 college football team. Imagine a team that defies the odds by consistently competing at the highest level, even when the deck seems stacked against them. This is the story of Boise State, the trailblazers of college football who have made a name for themselves as one of the most formidable teams outside the Power Four conferences. As Sports Illustrated counts down its preseason top 25, Boise State lands at number 21, a testament to their enduring strength and resilience. The college football playoff era began with Boise State making a historic mark as the first Group of 5 team to earn a New Year's Six bid. Last season, they cemented their return to the top-tier teams, finishing with a phenomenal record of 12-2 and securing a top 3 playoff seed. Although their Fiesta Bowl outing didn't go as planned, the Broncos reminded everyone why they're a force to be reckoned with. As they enter their final season in the Mountain West Conference, the pressure is on to maintain their high standard. With an NFL-caliber left tackle, a burgeoning junior quarterback in Maddux Madsen, and a defense that can compete with anyone, the Broncos are well equipped to face the challenges ahead. Their offense, which averaged 37.3 points per game, was among the top 5 in the FBS, while their defense allowed 22.6 points per game, ranking them 37th. At the helm is Spencer Danielson, who has achieved remarkable success in his short tenure as head coach. Despite his limited experience, Danielson has led the team to a 15-3 overall record, with all 3 losses coming against Big Ten programs or CFP contestants. This season will be his biggest test yet, as he seeks to propel the Broncos back into the playoff without the stellar running back Ashton Jeanty, who was drafted by the Las Vegas Raiders. Maddux Madsen, the rising star quarterback, is now central to the team's offensive strategy. Initially underestimated due to his light recruitment, Madsen proved doubters wrong with an impressive season, throwing for 3,018 yards and 23 touchdowns. With Jeanty's departure, Madsen will be pivotal in ensuring the Broncos' success. The secondary, which faced challenges last season, especially in passing defense, has been bolstered by the arrival of Jaden Mickey from Notre Dame. Mickey's presence is expected to shore up the defense, which allowed 24 passing touchdowns last year. Meanwhile, Sire Gaines steps into Jeanty's shoes, offering a promising mix of size and speed, though he needs to stay healthy to fulfill his potential. This season, Boise State faces a familiar schedule, with a spotlight match against Notre Dame. While they have the potential to remain the team to beat in the Group of 5, the real challenge is to maintain their competitive edge and make a significant playoff run. As always, the Broncos are a force to watch, and their ability to adapt and innovate will be crucial in their quest for another groundbreaking season. But here's where it gets interesting. Can Boise State overcome the departure of key players and still achieve playoff success? And this is the part most people miss. How will Danielson's leadership evolve as he navigates his biggest challenge yet? Will the Broncos be able to break the mold and become the first Group of 5 team to win a playoff game? Let's hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Boise State has what it takes to make history? Or will they face too many obstacles?